Hello YouTube, this is Don from DaretoBeCreative, and I am here today with a video project share. I had anticipated doing it with a process video, which I did record a process of me making the particular project we're going to show. However, I had to update my operating system on my Mac and crash my computer. Had to go through all that with AppleCare. Then I had to go in. My pictures took a while for that to come back, and then it took a problem with my iMovie. So now the iMovie is totally different, which I just learned how to use the other iMovie. Now this iMovie was different, and so it's just too cumbersome. So anyway, long story short, I have to make this video all over, and I filmed the video before Mother's Day, and now it's just been too long, and I'm just gonna do it all over. Just won't show it. But anyway, when I made my first project for Kill My Paper Pad, I made this, and I showed you guys this 4x4 envelope booklet, and I used 8 sheets of paper. And because these are 4x4s, that means I used 8x12, so I still had a 4-inch by 12-inch strip of paper, which was a nice size paper to use. And I said, well, I didn't want to just get rid of that. I'm going to try to kill some of my scraps. So I was trying to think of what do I have that I could do with the remainder of that. So I was looking at my dies, and this was a new die that I got this year. The sticker says January, but I didn't get it in January. I think I got it in May or April was when I found it, because I found it not too long ago. I think it was in March. Yeah, not April. Yeah, March or April. But anyway, the number, just in case you're looking for it Tuesday morning, is 1927794, and the Sizzix number is 660420, and it is just called it's a jelly bean, and it is just called file folder. It's the Biggs file folder die. So it makes a 3.5 by 5. So that fit perfectly for those pieces of paper. So I thought, hey, why not just use that to create a file folder, and that way I can totally, completely use up my paper instead of still having a lot of scraps left over. And so because it's a big die, you can stick it in your cutter bug. You just need 2 B plates, and you just run it through. Now, if you don't have this die, you still can make this. You also have the We Are Member Keepers alphabet punch board, file folder punch board, excuse me, that you can use. You can get a template off of Pinterest. You can use a rectangle and then add a tab on it, on the ends, you know, or just cut it out manually. There's a lot of different ways you can make this, so you don't have to purchase this die. But it was a new die, and I had it, and I was, you know, using an excuse to use it because I purchased it. I wanted to use it, and I wanted to get rid of that paper, that size. So that was a perfect marriage to use it up. But again, like I said, if you don't have this die, you still can make these little file folders. Now, in the file folders, you can do a lot of things with those. You can make them simple decorations, 4x4s, all kinds of stuff. Now, for this one, and it has a score line in here as well, you just fold it in half. Use your bone folder to make it crease, and you have a file folder. You can keep it that orientation, you know. You can open it back up this way, whichever way you want. You know, double-sided paper, single-sided paper, it's just totally up to you. Now, if you do have directional paper with something on it, now words and stuff, it may be upside down on the other side. So just be mindful of that if you have a print. So, I wanted to finish up those 8 sheets of paper, so I decided to make a tag file folder flip. Now you can also use this, like I said, just to make embellishments. You can decorate this side, that side, the front and the back, and you can also decorate the inside, put some little pictures in here. You can glue the sides down and keep it closed. You can stuff goodies in here. It's just totally up to you. Like if you want to make this a booklet, like I said, and put little Instagram photos in there, you know, school pocket size photos or whatever. Totally up to you, but there's a lot of options that you can do with the mini file folder. So I just want to make a tag flip, and I will show you what I did. And like I said, this was a process video, and I just used basically ephemera made from the paper collection that I had left over from the first time when I made the first flip. So all I would do now is just basically put some, what do you call it, some ribbon onto the jump ring. I just messed up my flip, which way I had this going. Okay, so I'll show you each one of them. that I made. Of course, I would drop everything. And you decorate any kind of which way you want. There's no right or wrong. Just use whatever you have and you make them your style. And like I said, you don't have to purchase anything to make these. You can make, like I said, Pinterest has plenty of templates. So this is the first one, and these are white on the inside because it's a single-sided paper. So this is the first one, and I kept these relatively flat, but you just see some doilies. That's a coffee mug. These are all fussy cut out items. Born to Inspire, the typewriter. I just put some bling there. I made my own reinforcements out of some red, gold paper, red metallic paper from the Dollar Tree. That's a cutout from the paper. I did punch the flowers out from a punch die that I had. I think it was Marvy or the Paper Studio, excuse me. And this was a die that I got, Lifestyle Crafts doily die, mini doily die. And I just decorated. That's the first one. And then this is the second one. I put a little bit of metallic thread on that one as well. Punched out with a flower. Again, everything else, that butterfly was a butterfly punch. Everything else, oh, and that bird is a bird punch. Put some bling on it, and that's a tag punch. And under here is a Polaroid, and that Polaroid is part of the ephemera, and then that little red half doily as well. Some more metallic gold, that fussy cut out teacup, fussy cut out camera, fussy cut out circle back here, fussy cut out words, fussy cut there's alphabets in the background, and then the pink doily. Yes, I do fussy cut a lot. It doesn't bother me. I actually find it relaxing. And somebody asked me to do a video on fussy cutting, so I will do that get it up soon. Also, there's a little fox right there, a little bow, heart, and a camera, some bling. That's a bow punch, that's a heart punch. And there's a fox punch, and there's a doily back there, doily down in the background. And there's just ephemera, that's a letter, and that's some ephemera. That's a Polaroid, and then a doily, and some bling added. Added some sequins, fussy cut out the coffee, the tea, the Polaroid, the sentiment. I punched that bird out. I think that's a Martha Stewart punch, and then added some gold. And added some circles in the background, tag back there from a tag punch as well, red doily. Again, everything is fussy punched out. This is from a Fiskars bow punch. Fussy cut out. That's a die cut doily. Some gold, and that's a ticket. That little ticket, the white ticket in the back was made with a little bead ticket punch strip. And then that's a alphabet back there, and that's one of the sentiments. Fussy cut that out as well. The ampersand is from an ampersand punch, and I believe it's a Fiskars, and that's a Martha Stewart punch, and this is a Martha Stewart butterfly punch as well. That's that doily. That paper in the background was, which punch was that? I think that was American Crafts. And then the Polaroid is covered up, and there's an alphabet in the background, and the gold metallic thread, and then the sentiment. And then these two gold pieces are some ephemera from some Martha Stewart stuff I got a while back from Tuesday Morning. Sequins with veneer from American Crafts. Another punched out fox, punched out cupcake. I think the cupcake is Martha Stewart. The fox is the Paper Studio. And that bow is Martha Stewart. And that flower is, I believe that's Marvy or the Martha Stewart. And then that's a, let's see, that tag punch is by Marvy. And that tag punch back here, that red tag, ticket tag, is by Little B. So that's all the little elements. And again, it's just, there's no right or wrong. But just give you some inspirations of some things that you can do. If you have like something that's less than a half a strip of piece of paper, you can use to make some of these. So I thought it was fun to put a flag, can't talk, to put a hole in it and to put it on a jump ring. And you can decorate it any kind of which way you want. Just got to put some ribbon and stuff up here, but quick little project. So that way, those 8 sheets are completely gone versus me having some half strips, quarter strips left over of that size. So, and I will of course return when I get to the next project from this paper pad. and just be adding to it. So anyway, thanks for liking and subscribing and watching and playing along. Just do a VR response if you can listen paper as well. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye. And I dare you to be creative.